Θα ήθελα τώρα να καλωσορίσω τον κύριο Peng, πρόεδρο στο Σύνδεσμο Αλυσίδων Καταστημάτων και Franchise της Κίνας. Συμμετέχει στο Διοικητικό Συμβούλιο της Διεθνούς Ομοσπονδίας Ενώσεων Λιανικού Εμπορίου ως υπεύθυνος των οικονομικών. Αυτό όμως που έχει ιδιαίτερη αξία να υπογραμμίσω είναι ότι επί της προεδρίας του στο Σύνδεσμο Αλυσίδων Καταστημάτων και Franchise της Κίνας ξεκίνησε και η ίδρυση του China Retail Technology Innovation Center, το κέντρο καινοτομίας λιανικού εμπορίου της Κίνας, με σκοπό να βοηθήσει το οικοσύστημα του λιανικού εμπορίου να κατανοήσει και να εφαρμόσει καλύτερα τις νέες τεχνολογίες, ώστε να διευκολύνει την υψηλότερη αποδοτικότητα και βελτίωση των υπηρεσιών. Το κέντρο αυτό έχει ως αποστολή να αναδεικνύει τις τελευταίες τεχνολογίες στον κλάδο του λιανικού εμπορίου και να βοηθάει τις επιχειρήσεις του να βελτιώσουν την αποδοτικότητά τους και να μειώσουν το κόστος μέσω της ενσωμάτωσης νέων τεχνολογιών. Έχουν πολυάριθμες εκθέσεις αναφορικά με τον ψηφιακό μετασχηματισμό, ένα οδηγό για το πώς η τεχνολογία με το εμπόριο μπορούν να συμπλέψουν, η αποκαλούμενη Retail Tech, βρίσκεται στην καρδιά της ψηφιακής μετάβασης, το πρότυπο για το αυτοματοποιημένο κατάστημα, καθώς και πολλές ενδιαφέρουσες συνεργασίες για ανταλλαγή γνώσης και βέλτιστων πρακτικών με τεχνολογικούς γίγαντες όπως η Alibaba, η Amazon, η Tencent και η Intel. I would like to thank you, Mr. Peng, on behalf of the President, Mr. Karnikas, and the Board of Directors of the Hellenic Confederation and Commerce and Entrepreneurship for being here with us, ready to share valuable insights from e-commerce in China, from the world's largest e-commerce market, valued, if I'm not mistaken, at USD 2.3 trillion in 2022. Welcome, Mr. Peng, to the Future of Retail 2024 conference in Athens. The floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Peng from China. It's a great honor to have an opportunity to introduce what's happening in China retail industry. And thanks for the invite by ESEE. You know, in the past decades, China retail make big progress in past 20 years. And now, the online business entered to the offline business. And at the same time, the offline physical store use the omni-channel. They want to get more touch point with young generation. So now online and offline in China are merged together. Compared to the offline store, the online e-commerce made more innovation in China. So today I will focus on the e-commerce innovation. So before I introduce what's happening in China e-commerce industry, I will introduce what's happening our environment in the economic. You know, in the past, people of my age, we used to the China economic growth about 7 to 8%. But after 30 years, high-speed growth, now China, we enter into new area we call the new normal. Now the economic growth about 5%, maybe in the near future, 4%. So things change a lot. And a big change is about the consumption in China now be graded. So in China, lots of new format, they will meet different demand of the consumer. As to the e-commerce, they are good at use low price and cost efficient to meet the low price demand of the consumer, especially the young generation. So let's see what's new happening in China e-commerce industry. When we mention the e-commerce in China, maybe everyone definitely will know about Alibaba and the JD.com. In the past 20 years, Alibaba and JD.com are the most successful company in China. But in the past 5 years, some new commerce, some new agenda emerged in China market. You can see from this paragraph, in the past 5 years, Pinduoduo is a Chinese land. Maybe in the North America is named Tmall. And TikTok, in China we call Douyin. And Meituan, they emerged in the past 5 years. We can see from this photo, both the market value and annual sales, they make progress very quick in the past 5 years. And so now let's see what's happening, what's the innovation for the e-commerce in the past 5 years. The first thing I want to show you is a short video platform e-commerce. In China, we have two big short video platforms. One is Douyin, the other name is TikTok. The other is Kuaishou. Those two short video platforms, they have lots of young fans and lots of traffic every day. So based on this short video platform, the e-commerce is make progress quick. Last year, just TikTok, they get the sales about $300 billion US. They reached this high just in 2 years. In the past, for the JD.com, the Alibaba, they used almost 10 years to reach the sales about $300 billion US. But TikTok just used 2 years, so it's very quick. So the first thing I want to mention is about short video platform e-commerce. The second thing is about live stream. Live stream in China, both they are based in platforms just Alibaba and based in TikTok, based in Kuaishou. Last year, the top host of live stream named Li Jiaqi, last year, he had a small team, just 100 people, and last year their sales is about $8 billion US, just a small group. In China, the top 5 supermarket company named Huarun, last year they have 10,000 people, and they get the same sales about the top 5 supermarket, about $8 billion US. So you can see the live streaming have more efficient for sales goods in the short video platform. So these two people, one is named Li Jiaqi, another is named Dong Yuhui. Maybe in China, almost everyone knows them. The third thing I want to show you is the rising of the instant retail. I don't know how to translate instant retail. Maybe it's a quick e-commerce. It's combined the e-commerce platform and the physical store together. For me as a consumer, when I put an order in a platform of e-commerce, I will get the goods. Most of them are fresh food in 30 minutes to 1 hour. So it's very quick. So we call this instant retail. In China, they have 3 big platforms for instant retail. One is Meituan. The second is JD Deliver to Home. It belongs to JD.com. The third one is Ele.me. It belongs to Alibaba. So they all are big platforms for the instant retail. And we know the Sam's Clubs operate very well in China. Last year, over 15% of sales of Sam's Club was come from online. And most of the order was fulfilled by instant retail. They cooperated with JD.com, JD Deliver to Home. So it's a big change for the China e-commerce. The fourth thing I want to talk to you is about cross-border e-commerce. In the past 20 years, China became the manufacturing powerhouse of the world. So we produce lots of goods with cheap price. So we have a very good environment for the cross-border e-commerce. The Tmall belongs to PDD, Pinduoduo in China, and the Shein this is the top 2 cross-border e-commerce in China. And I think maybe in the North America and South America, they have lots of business. Maybe in the Europe now. Last year, I think Tmall and Shein has begun to enter the new market. So that's what happened in the e-commerce in China was the new innovation. So I want to give some a little bit comparison between China and the U.S. What's different for 2 countries? Because for the sales scale, both China and the US almost the same size. First, let's see what's different of the physical store for US and China. Let's focus on supermarket format. Last year, we cooperated with BCG, and we do a research. What's different between China and the US? For the supermarket format, we experience 4 stages. The first stage is a format incubation. It's a starting stage. The second stage is a rapid expansion. For the first 2 stages, we are almost the same. but the difference comes from the third and the fourth stage. The last two stages is the format differentiator stage and the internet impact compacted with e-commerce. In the US, the supermarket, they have the ability of differentiate. They got core ability to operate. And then in 2010, they met with, competed with the internet. But in China, before we get the differentiate ability, we met with the e-commerce in 2010. So it's a different result for China and the US. We can see last year's top 10 online retailer in China. Among the top 10, the top 4, JD.com, Alibaba, VIP.com, and Huitongda, they're all pure e-commerce platform. But let's see the US market. The US market, the top 10, only 2 are pure e-commerce platform. The other 8 came from the physical store. So I just mentioned, because before Chinese physical store made with the e-commerce, we didn't build the core ability of operation. We didn't build our differentiate. But for the US, they have already built the ability. So when they compete with the e-commerce, they get a little bit influence, not too much as China. Now, China, we do the differentiate stage. We want to build our core ability. We build our supply chain and other core abilities. So that's the difference and the different result for 2 countries' e-commerce. Another thing is about AI in the retail industry now. Almost everyone will say, what's happening for AI in retail industry? This year, I met with some new startup AI technology company. I found there are some difference from China and the Western country. In China, the startup AI company, they focus more on improve the experience of the consumer when they buy goods. But for the AI company from the US, they will focus on how to improve the business efficiency, how to reduce cost. So in China, we focus more on consumers' experience, but for the US, they pay more attention about how to reduce cost, how to improve the business efficiency. So a little bit difference. And another difference is in China, when the new things come in, we say, let the new things go first and then the regulation. But for the Western country, I think it's not the same way. This January, when I have a tech conference in the FIRA meeting, I think people now talking about how to put the regulation for the AI. But in China, we just put things go first and then regulation. But for the Western country, it's regulation first and then AI for the industry. So that's the little bit difference. So I have a very brief introduction about what's happening in China retail street, especially in China e-commerce. I hope this information could help you understand what's happening in China. It's a great honor. Thanks again. Thanks for your time.